has denied it, and so I accept that he has denied it, and I would like to clarify that position because in the end the Prime Minister was keen for us to focus on the policies, not the individual.
David Lammy torches Keir Starmer in explosive live TV clash. You're not going to believe what just happened on live television. What started as a routine political interview turned into one of the most heated confrontations we've seen between two of Labour's David Lammy and Keir Starmer. Nobody saw it coming. The exchange was raw, sharp, and left viewers stunned. And the fallout? It could change how people see the power dynamic inside the Labour Party. Because let's be clear, this wasn't some friendly disagreement. This was a torching. A public clash that left Starmer visibly rattled, and Lammy looking like he'd just staked a serious claim for influence. Here's how it went down. Keir Starmer was taking questions during a primetime TV segment, aiming to present Labour as unified, steady, and ready to lead the country. He wanted calm, reassurance, control. But then came David Lammy. Known for his fiery style and sharp interventions, Lammy didn't hold back. When asked about Labour's stance on international policy and internal party discipline, Lammy cut through the polished answers and challenged Starmer directly live, on air. At one point, Lammy leaned forward, voice steady but firm, and said, "People don't want carefully rehearsed lines anymore. They want honesty. They want real answers. If we can't give that, then what are we even offering?" The studio fell silent for a beat. The audience knew they were witnessing something rare, a senior Labour figure openly pushing back against the leader in real time. Now, let's be real. Politicians disagree all the time behind closed doors. That's normal. But what made this moment explosive was the fact that it happened on live TV, unfiltered, unspun, raw. Starmer's team has been working overtime to keep Labour's image tight, disciplined, and government-ready. Any sign of internal fractures threatens that narrative. And here comes Lammy not just disagreeing, but effectively calling Starmer out for dodging tough truths. For viewers at home, it felt like the curtain had been pulled back. Like we weren't seeing the rehearsed unity, but the real struggle inside Labour. Within minutes, social media lit up. One clip of Lammy's fiery moment racked up hundreds of thousands of views in less than an hour. One viral comment read, "Finally, someone saying what needed to be said. Starmer looks weak next to Lammy." Another shot back, "Lammy just handed the Conservatives a gift." Public divisions like this only help the Tories. Journalists were quick to weigh in too. One senior political correspondent tweeted, "Rare to see such a direct clash on live TV. This is going to cause waves in Labour HQ tonight." And within Labour itself? Sources whispered about tension. One insider told a broadcaster, "Lammy knows exactly what he's doing. He's raising his profile, but he's also putting Starmer on notice." Why does this matter beyond tonight's headlines? Because it highlights a growing unease inside Labour. While polls show the party ahead, there's nervous energy about how it's being led, whether Starmer is too cautious, too scripted, too afraid to show raw conviction. Lammy's outburst tapped into that sentiment. He essentially voiced what some in Labour whisper privately, that the party risks sounding more like a polished PR machine than a bold alternative government. And here's the twist. This wasn't just about policy. It was about authenticity, about trust, about whether voters believe the man aiming to be Prime Minister is truly speaking from the heart or just reading from a playbook. Call-in shows after the broadcast were telling. One caller on a late-night political show said, "We're tired of safe answers. If Starmer can't show some guts, what's the point?" Another countered, "Labour's biggest enemy is itself. If they keep fighting in public, people will lose confidence before Election Day." That tension between passion and discipline, truth and unity is exactly what this moment exposed. So where does this leave Labour? For Starmer, the challenge is clear. He cannot afford repeated public challenges from within his own ranks. Every clash like this chips away at the ready-for-government image he spent years building. For Lammy, the gamble could pay off. His stock among frustrated Labour supporters just went up. People are calling him the voice of honesty in the party, and that kind of branding can stick. But it's risky. If Labour leadership closes ranks, Lammy could be isolated. If the public sees this as bickering instead of bravery, it could backfire. Still, tonight, the energy was undeniable. Lammy looked bold. Starmer looked cornered, and voters were left wondering who's really steering this ship. So here's the bottom line. David Lammy didn't just ask questions, he lit a fire. On live TV, in front of millions, he tore through the polished lines and demanded something raw, something real. Keir Starmer, the man who's supposed to look unshakable, was left looking shaken. And the fallout? It's just beginning. Because the big question now isn't just about Labour's policies, or their polling numbers. It's about leadership, authenticity, trust. And the question on everyone's mind tonight is this. Did David Lammy just expose a weakness that the Conservatives and the public will never forget? Or did he just show that Labour still has voices unafraid to speak the truth, even when it stings? One thing's for sure. This clash has changed the conversation. And the battle inside Labour is only getting louder.